Hi, I'm Jay. I'm the owner of JustNewListings.com Realty, and I created this website back in 2004. And at that point, it was just a picture with one link on it, and I had to have a roommate set that up for me at that because I had no clue what I was doing. So let's get started on learning how the back end of JustNewListings.com works. I'll refer to JustNewListings.com going forward as JNL. So I'm going to sign in. I'll use one of my agents' profiles to sign in. And once you're in, this is, I'm in right now. I'm logged in as a regular agent like you will be. All you want to do is go to your profile, you click, and this is a big deal. This is where you actually get to what you're trying to do. You log in, you go to agent profile, click. Now you're in. You have leads to click on. That's step number 2. And once you have your leads, you can start following up however Mark is training you. Quick input on this. V is the number of visits that person has made. Like this lady, she joined yesterday, and I have a new autoresponder to people that register at the website. It used to be like 5 paragraphs long with 20 different pieces of information or links. And based on some training, I recently cut it down to 3 sentences, and one of those sentences, what are you looking for? And now, every day somebody's responding to me, which makes it real easy to establish a working relationship. Before, I used to have one person respond a month. Now it seems like every day somebody's responding. So I've learned a lot, and I've tweaked that, so you all will benefit from it. But if you click on any of these columns, they're like Excel spreadsheets. So first you log in, and you click on agent profile, and this brings you here. Click on V. These are listed like this guy. These people have visited 300 times, 250 times, 200 times, 200 times. You click on S, and this is the number of saved searches they have. Now, it's very important that every person that comes your way, you're going to create a saved search for them as part of your follow-up. That way, even if they don't respond to you immediately, they will be getting listing updates from you branded with your personal signature, and they'll probably click on those every week, and eventually there's a good chance they'll hit a property showing request or a property inquiry request. F column stands for favorites. How many favorites do the people have? What's interesting is this lady from yesterday, she registered June 3. She started off, she had saved 38 listings. So you better believe she's probably going to buy fast. And there's nothing better in the business than a quickie. Here you click on date, and it shows you the order of when they registered. Double click it again, and it'll put it in descending. So these are people, that have registered in the order. So this is what you see when you're logged in as an agent. Now, you click on the person's name. Let's say this is your lead, and you want to follow up with her. You just got her. Next you go to visits. Visits tells you, very often it tells you, how did she find you? In this case, 442 on June 3rd, she did a Google search and found us. A lot of times, and these are the pages she visited, a lot of times it will tell you what they searched for, like DC condos, Penn Quarter. It'll tell you exactly the keywords they used in finding you. Next, from visits, we go to listings. What listings was she looking at? And this way, before you call and touch base with her, shortly after receiving the lead, you already know where she's coming from. You know the zip code she's looking in, bedrooms and baths, and in some cases, yes, you can see square footage here, 1112, 1029, 1035, 782, 904. Mostly she's looking, she started looking low and started going up. Because you go down here, she's looking in the low 400s. She worked her way up to the 500s, even 600. So probably she's wanting to buy mid 400s, but if she has to, she'll pay 100 grand more and buy 550 or 600 instead. So for this person, let's see if she has any searches set up. So after you see what she's looking at, you know how to call her and ask a key question related just based on this information. You know, it can relate to the number of bedrooms, it can relate to the square footage she's looking at or the location, but you call with a question that's going to start a conversation with her. And then searches, does she have a saved search? Yes. What she did was she created her own saved search. People that save their own saved search are often great because they're into it. Most people, 8 out of 10, do not have a search saved, so you want to go save one for them. Here she did it by neighborhood, subdivision. She went in and saved about 30 different subdivisions, all in the certain zip codes, 250 to 700, with a minimum of 2 bedrooms. So yeah, she's cool. Let's go back to, I'm just going to go to backspace, hold it down, and go back to, let's see, the agent ID, where I was before without doing a bunch of backspacing. Or I can go click on agent profile again. In fact, that might be a good exercise to do real quick. I like to just use the backspace button and go find the page I started from. But that may not work as well for some of you, or maybe that's may not work as well on Windows. I'm not sure. So after we get back here, we'll do it. We'll try it the other way. First, let's save a search for another person and show you how that works. So let me go down next on the list. How did this person get here? Visits. Google search houses for sale Langley. So this lady, or Nick, Googled houses for sale Langley, for referring to Langley High School, and came to us. Listings that the person is looking at. Well, they looked at some crazy high ones, you know, 15 million, a bunch of 3 millions, and okay, so they saved those as favorites. Very interesting. I think I need to call this person immediately. Oh, they registered on the 23rd, 2 weeks after the fact. Probably I missed their window there. But they're looking in this $5 million range in Langley High School predominantly. Let's see if they saved a search. No, they haven't. So I'm going to set up a saved search for them. And it's going to be in Great Falls. Detached home, obviously. And I'm going to put 4.5 million to 10 million. And I'm going to title it New Langley High School, Langley High Home for Sale. Save it. And now I click on that person's search, and I can copy that URL and email them that URL saying, here's your search for Langley High School, edit it as you want. And that sort of encourages them to go take a look at it and take ownership of it. But anyway, that's how you save a search for someone. Now it's going to start going out to them when there's a new listing. Now let's go see if we can get back to our main page again. I'm going to click on Agent Profile. Yeah, and then back at my personal agent profile, I click on Leads again, and I'm back at my whole list of people to work with. Sorry this takes so long in between. That's one reason I like to use the backspace button instead, because it gets me to that page faster. Alright, same thing here. Let's look at the next lady, Shannon. She only visited one time. Houses foreclosure, Northern Virginia is how she found us. What listings did she look at? Mostly Centerville, Chantilly. So I'm going to set up 239, 249, 200. I'm going to set up a search for her for Centerville and Chantilly, 225 to 250. Very nichey, but because it's exactly what she's interested in, she's more likely to pay attention to it. If I shoot her an email right now and say, hey Shannon, here's an update on some Centerville foreclosures, and then call her an hour later and ask her if she got my email. So searches, create a saved search, Chantilly, Centerville, let's say 225, 250, New Chantilly, Centerville home for sale. And I don't remember if both of those had at least 2 bathrooms or not. But that's what I should have done. I can look at it now real quick. Say 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So probably she wants a minimum of 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So I'm going to go ahead and just edit the search and I'll put a minimum of 3 beds, 2 baths. Save. Now I'm going to click on it. I'm going to copy it. And real quick, I'm going to copy her email address right now and just shoot her a quick email. You know, it breaks my heart. You can see 50 leads there. None of them have saved searches. This is why I'm sending my leads almost completely over to Mark Cormier's team, because every person should have a saved search. And the agent that was working this has not been doing the job at all. Tons of money is being lost, thrown down the toilet. It's a waste. Let's look at that list again real quick. While that list is coming, I'm going to go start an email to this lady. Her name was Shannon. I'm gonna Shannon. I'll just use her name real quick. She knows there's a real person behind her. Shannon, Centerville foreclosure. Okay. Shannon, here is a saved search on Centerville listings. Click here. You can edit that. What are you? Are you an investor? I'll ask her. Are you an investor? What's your situation? All right. And now I'm going to put that search that we had just copied of hers. So, hey Shannon, here's a saved search on Centerville listings. Click here. You can edit that. Are you an investor? What is your situation? And now I'll call her in an hour, and good chance I can make a connection with her. Here we are back to the leads. As you can see, overwhelmingly, most of these do not have saved searches. All of these need to have saved searches with them. And it gives you a great way to call up and make a connection with people and learn more about them. So those are the basics of this system. Part 2 involves let's say you're in the system. What you can do is set a reminder for yourself, an action step. Click on reminders, add a new reminder, and then you drop down. Do you want to be to do, call, other, and then take notes on what you want. Set the reminder, and then every day when you check into your system, you'll have a list of reminders for you, and you'll see what your agenda is for the day. Let's see if I can find that real quick. I just clicked on leads at the top, and I think that's going to show me my schedule of reminders for phone calls and follow-up and whatnot. And you may or may not use this at all. Depends on how Mark has how Mark wants you to work it, perhaps with another system instead. Yeah, here they are. So overdue reminders are here. When you click on leads, it shows you all your reminders. And after you complete the reminder, you can have it deleted, or it'll show as completed. And you can set up new reminders to follow up later. It's a solid system. So there you go, the basics of Just New Listings background. Every new lead needs a saved search set up for them right away. and that can be used in reaching out to these people later. And long term, people pop out of nowhere, go directly to you, making inquiries or property showing requests because there's 50 or 100 or 200 people that are receiving listing updates from you. So you need to stay on top of it and be consistent.